Yeah, and a vote will be taken. If the allegations are not substantiated, it was over. The report it will be tabled, but there will be no further debate on the matter. It dies there. Yeah, that's just for noting. The report will come for noting.
Point of order.
Proceed.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Directed.
Point of order.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you. Please, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Let us order.
This is my time, and I want Professor
What's your point of
Ledama.
order, members? Order.
Yeah.
Not on the same.
Point of order.
Not on the
Please,
same.
yeah, please protect me,
Point of
Mr.
order.
Speaker. Thank you.
What's your point of order, Senator Ledama?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I think it's important for the public to note. God, my mask. You're not complaining about other people's mask, only mine. Mr. Speaker, sir, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd like to request you.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to request you to be a bit clear on your directive. And for this reason, if a report is tabled in this parliament, nothing stops a member from this house to be able to ask you to give a detailed ruling. Mr. Speaker, sir, on your communication, we invite you to give us a ruling on a point of order. There are precedents in this court, in this parliament, Mr. Speaker, sir. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, let us be clear. When we are informing the public, or when we're informing the member who was speaking, Mr. Speaker, sir, let us not lie to the public that we do not have the power to be able to raise issues on that report.
Senator Murkomen.
Mr. Speaker, I think we should raise this. I'm really surprised that even Senator Mutula would fall into the same trap. I would have expected, Mr. Speaker, him to appreciate further because we've been here longer. Mr. Speaker, Section 33 of the County Government Act, which Mr. Speaker I was privileged to participate in its drafting, provides that, Mr. Speaker, in subsection in Section 33(5), if the special committee reports that the particulars of an allegation against the governor have not been substantiated, further proceedings shall not be taken under this section in respect of the allegation or in respect to the allegations. So, Mr. Speaker, you are correct, you are right. We must tell the public the reason why there is a clamor here between whether it's the plenary or whether it's the rest of the House is because the senators who are here know very well that if a committee is chosen and for whatever reason they go and clear the governor, that is the end of the matter. It will never come back to this House. And the reason why the people of Kirinyaga are crying that let it come to the House is because they are saying instead of subjecting it to 11 senators to make that very important decision, they want the 67 senators to make that decision. That's all.
I think the matter is clear. Let Senator Ndwiga continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, that argument is, and like Senator Junior says, I was the chair. I was privileged by this House to chair the Committee on Samboja. And it is true, Mr. Speaker, that if the committee finds there is no incriminating evidence against the governor, that's the end of the matter. Mr. Speaker, and that is why Kirinyaga people are crying out to this House. Mr. Speaker, I am not saying that there will be no justice if the matter goes to the committee. But Mr. Speaker, justice is done. But justice should be seen to be done. And that's what the people of Kirinyaga expect. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, those of us here, we have a lot of respect for the senators who've been appointed to this committee. But Mr. Speaker, the people of Kirinyaga, and by the way, the people of Kenya, throughout this republic, are waiting to hear the verdict of this House, which way this House goes. And Mr. Speaker, I want to advise the political players, particularly the party leaders, watch out. This space, Mr. Speaker, is not as steady as you think. It is very slippery. 2 years down the road, we will need the people. And 2 years down the road, Mr. Speaker, Kirinyaga people are unlikely to forget what you did to them if you don't go the way they want. Mr. Speaker, sir.
On a point of order, Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order, Senator Orengo?
Which
Okay.
point of order? Which point of order?
Order,
Since
Senator
the Speaker has
Ndwiga.
been allowing points of order.
Yes, your
Mr. Speaker, we are not seeking vengeance, we're seeking justice. So justice has got two sides. The people of Kirinyaga have got their expectations. Yeah, but the issue before the Senate is not about what is being said out there. The issue before the Senate is what is being presented before the Senate. Facts are stubborn. Now, we may as well go and have a baraza in Kirinyaga. That is an alternative. But our rules say we must stick here.
is on a point of order.
Mr. Speaker,
Okay.
Mr. Speaker,
What's your point
please.
of order, Senator Cheruiyot?
Mr. Speaker, it will be of great interest to this House for Senator Orengo, who has been a leading crusader this afternoon, and I agree with him, for us to be adherent to the provisions of our standing orders every time we rise on a point of order. Will he be more gracious and inform us which standing order Senator Njeru Ndwiga violated as such that led him to stand?
Because according to the County Government Act, the Constitution, and the schedule to the standing orders, the parties who are before the House, before the Senate, and I invite you to look at the schedule particularly, and even the County Government Act. The parties that are going to appear before you are the governor and the county assembly. And you're going to administer the cases presented by these two parties. Now, if you want to bring in a third party, then we're not talking about the case which has been filed before the Senate. And I've quoted the schedule, the standing orders which flow from the Constitution, and I think we better take it seriously.
Senator Njeru Ndwiga,
I thank you.
proceed.
I thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have a lot of respect for Senator Orengo, but if he had waited, he would have heard me say that even the governor of Kirinyaga also expects justice from this House. Also expects justice. The people of Kirinyaga have spoken through their elected representatives, first the MCAs. Now we are here. When we are elected, Mr. Speaker, each one of us is elected in our counties, wherever we come from. But the moment we come here, we represent those counties, but we are national leaders inside here. So, Mr. Speaker, my plea to the House is please, and I've just come from that side of the House, is please, of the country, is please, let us listen to the people. We are here representing the people. And the people of Kirinyaga, and the governor of Kirinyaga is also a person of Kirinyaga. Let us listen to the people. And the people of Kirinyaga have said, unequivocally, Mr. Speaker, that they expect. It is the way justice is dispensed. They expect that the plenary of this House will listen to this case. And if this case is heard in plenary, it will vindicate the governor if she is innocent. But the people of Kirinyaga will have seen that government, that justice was served in the right way. If we go the other way, Mr. Speaker, if we go the other way, and then you go and vindicate the governor, can you ask yourself this question? How is she going to operate in Kirinyaga thereafter? Ask yourself that question. And this, Mr. Speaker, I will say because Senator Orengo was here, Senator Mutura, and Senator Murkomen, when you impeached my governor 3 times, the Embu governor 3 times. I can assure you, Mr. Speaker, that for 5 years, Embu was at a standstill. Let us not drive Kirinyaga that direction. I am pleading, Mr. Speaker, with you, my colleagues in this House, that first let us listen to the people.
What's your point of order, Senator?
Because it is
Kajwang'?
the people.
Mr. Speaker, Senator Ndwiga is my chair in our committee, so I've got immense respect for him. But we have a rule in our standing orders about anticipating debate and anticipating the outcome of a process. It gives me the impression that he's anticipating that one approach will lead to a certain end and another shall lead to another end. Is it proper for a very distinguished senator and a long-serving member of parliament to
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
anticipate debate and the decision of this House?
Mr. Speaker, if my good friend, Senator Kajwang, listened to me, I did not say when this happens. I said if. If, Mr. Speaker, the plenary vindicates the governor, right? The governor will be free to walk around everywhere and say, yes, I was listened to by the plenary. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the people around, the people in this Senate, these are very sober minds. These are people, if you put all of them together, these are people who can listen and make a decision. I am not saying a committee will not do that. But, Mr. Speaker, my problem, my worry, Mr. Speaker, is that already the people who will be affected by the decision made by this Senate are the people of Kirinyaga. And they have cried to you and said, please, we want this to be heard by the Senate. Mr. Speaker, this is not to say that the committee will not do justice to this matter. That's not what we are saying. But it is the way, it's the way it is perceived by the people whom that justice is meant to serve. And Mr. Speaker, the Kirinyaga people have really cried everywhere, in media, through messages, through wherever. And I say that it's not a threat, that for those of us, for those who are in political parties, that you want to be talking to the people, this is the time. Mr. Speaker, I support the President of this Republic. And he says he fights corruption. He wants to fight corruption. And he wants to uphold the rule of law. This is where we are, Mr. Speaker. For me, Mr. Speaker, this afternoon, I am saying we want justice to be seen, to be done. And that is why I am inviting honorable members. Let us go the plenary route, because that's what the people are asking. Yes. And it's not because that there's anything wrong with the committee, but the fact that the people of Kirinyaga want plenary. And all of us have heard that. How do people ask you and your leaders? How do people get you and ask you that this direction you want to go and you deny that direction? Mr. Speaker, we can have all the arguments for the committee, but we all know that if the people want another option, let us give them the option that they want, so that even us as a Senate will be vindicated. And I thank you, Mr. Speaker, so I beg to oppose vigorously the setting up of this committee. And setting up of this committee. I am a neighbor of Kirinyaga, and I've been around these houses for some time. Mr. Speaker, listen to me.
Senator Mtula Kilonzo Jr.
Thank you, Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have sat patiently and listened to everybody. We are aware of the comments made by leaders from Kirinyaga. We have seen videos from leaders of Kirinyaga purporting, Mr. Speaker, that members of the Senate are corruptible. Mr. Speaker, for the first time, and Mr. Speaker, I was hoping that you'd make a comment about this. I found in your office a letter, a message, whatever it was, signed by Kirinyaga leaders, seeking your direction that this House adopts a plenary. Mr. Speaker, those who do not know and those who know, these are interested parties in a dispute. When you're an interested party in a dispute, you do not choose the judge. You do not choose the forum. In legal parlance, we call it forum shopping. On that ground alone, I cannot support the insistence. I cannot support the insistence, Mr. Speaker, that you must go the Kirinyaga way. Because we will confirm two things. One, the members of this Senate, without exception, are subject to corruption. Number two, the members of this Senate are subject to influence. Number three, the people of Kirinyaga's views, and I'm surprised, Mr. Speaker, there is no format of seeking public participation when we are making motions. Who gave these members of this House a right to go and conduct public participation before the debate? How do we gauge who they spoke to and what they said? How do we know the ones who oppose what they said? Mr. Speaker, the argument.
Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order?
I heard like Senator Mutula Jr., whom the people of Kirinyaga are waiting to hear what he says because they have a lot of respect for him, indeed say that there was a letter that said that senators are corrupt. Please table it.
There's a book, by the way, where there's a book I should prescribe for you. It's called Listening More and Talking Less. Listen, I said there's a video. That video was even posted on our WhatsApp group of a leader from Kirinyaga. I'm going to stand here and say, Mr. Speaker, that the issue of Kirinyaga pales in the shadow of the issues that Senator Dulo and Senator Wetangula are handling on the medical leasing. Have we accused them of corruption? The report has not been issued. Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. must, Mr. Speaker, stick to the standing orders. This House, Mr. Speaker, under Standing Order 96, if you make an allegation, you must substantiate. And Mr. Speaker, it is clear from your rulings and also from the standing orders, you cannot import social media videos, newspaper cuttings, and Mr. Speaker, come and make them as, Mr. Speaker, absolute truth here. You either substantiate or you withdraw and apologize.
Yes, Senator Mutula.
There's nothing to withdraw. Please, let's ignore Senator Murkomen for a chance. Mr. Speaker, that video, if Mr. Murkomen, who is so famous for posting all sorts of things on our platform, needs substantiation, he should go to the platform. That video is on the platform. I'm not going to substantiate anything. It's there.
What's your point of order, Senator Cheriot?
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Speaker, we're beginning to lose it. And it's really unfortunate if you allow this to happen. You're the Speaker, you preside over this House. If you allow the kind of exchanges that Senator Mutula want to push and bandy around in this House, where he responds to a member and says, even if Standing Order number 96 demands that I substantiate, I'm not going to do it, that there's no basis for anybody rising against him, you're setting a very dangerous precedent. Senator James Orengo, Mr. Speaker, raised a very important issue, which I had hoped that perhaps you'll give us a ruling on. That for every time that people, that senators rise on points of order, they will state the particular standing order in which the member who's on the floor has violated. Senator Murkomen, in compliance with that, has set a precedent. He has given new standing order number 96, which Senator Mutula Kilonzo has violated. Instead of following in the good practice that has been set, thanks to the intervention of Leader of Minority, you have allowed the Speaker who's on the floor to dismiss him so casually. Mr. Speaker, please do not allow this to pass. Make a determination on that point of order. Senator Mutula Kilonzo must either substantiate or withdraw as per our standing orders.
Senator Sakaja.
Mr. Speaker, I rarely agree with Senator Murkomen, and I rarely disagree with Senator Mutula. But today, Mr. Speaker, because of the record and the rules of this House, our standing orders are not suggestions. our standing orders cannot be taken casually, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Standing Order 94, in fact, Senator Murkomen was wrong. It's not 96, it's 94. It talks about responsibility for statement of fact, Mr. Speaker. And it says, a senator shall be responsible for the accuracy of any facts that the senator alleges to be true and may be required to substantiate any such fact instantly. Mr. Speaker, let us maintain the integrity, the credibility, and the honor of this House. If such a statement cannot be substantiated, my brother, Mutula, kindly withdraw and apologize. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Speaker, Mr. Speaker.
Other members, let us...
That same standing order says that I don't have to substantiate today, I can even do it at another session. But Mr. Speaker, the existence of the video is something that I can produce at any time if you ask me to do so, because it's a matter of public record. And in fact, if I offer Kenyans the opportunity to send that video to me right away, they will. Mr. Speaker, allow me to proceed.
So for us to be... Okay, other members.
We can substantiate later.
Okay, for us to be consistent,
Yes.
I will give you 24 hours
Excellent.
to be able to substantiate.
Thank you, Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
To a point of order, Senator, Leader of Majority.
One. Speaker, and if we follow this, Speaker, all these disruptions will not be there. Any senator may raise a point of order at any time during the speech of another senator, stating that the senator raises a point of order and that the senator shall be required to indicate the standing order upon which the point of order is based. And so, Mr. Speaker, if we are going back to beginning to embrace our own rules, Mr. Speaker, then let's begin from here. It makes your work easier, Mr. Speaker, because, Mr. Speaker, if you move on, Speaker, to 96, you'll find a lot about the content of our speeches and what we cannot do. But, Mr. Speaker, let's begin from where disruptions and interruptions about everything becoming a point of order by sticking to that number 93 one. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, Senator Mutula.
Thank you, Speaker. I was on my second point, and I have insisted that, and I urge members to look at the Wambora Supreme Court ruling. The Wambora Supreme Court ruling, first of all, affirmed the work that was done by Senator Murkomen then in the Wambora Committee. But more importantly, that court said that we are an appellate court. So I've urged restraint, and that's the reason, Mr. Speaker, I've said, I, standing here, since I have no evidence of a senator who is corrupt, Mr. Speaker, I must continue saying that Senate must continue working through its committees. I was on the floor when I was suggesting that the committee led by Senator Fatuma Dulo and the committee deputized by Senator Wetangula is dealing with a transaction worth billions and billions of shillings. Mr. Speaker, Senator Linturi, Senator Kajwang, and Senator Wamatangi were accused of very unlawful things by the owner of Ruaraka. What was the reason? Mr. Speaker, the reason was they didn't want that report to come here. We allowed that report to come here. Whatever happened to it, happened. But we defended the integrity of the senators. The Solai Dam, we were offered money. And I'm talking about a lot of money. We did not, and they were intimidated. Four of us either agreed to the intimidation or refused, including the senator of Nakuru. They never signed the report. We signed the report, including Senator Sakaja, and they know. We have withstood intimidation. We have withstood offers for bribes. We have withstood pressure from the powers that be, state, DIPA, or whatever it is. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, allow me to proceed.
Proceed, Senator.
I'm glad that Senator Murkomen agrees with me and laughs. But it's not a laughing matter. Because he knows very well that in the case of Ruaraka, for purposes of a committee, we tabled a report. He knows what happened. He knows what happened. And I will not repeat because it's on record. Mr. Speaker, this afternoon, Kenyans are watching. They want to see whether we will shoot ourselves in the foot by attempting to pretend, Mr. Speaker, that either of the other produces a better result for purposes, and the ones who are saying plenary are saying that is equal justice. Senator Wan Sakaja, who says he doesn't disagree with me, is sitting in two committees, one of COVID. We have entrusted this good gentleman, together with Senator Kasanga, to go around the country to collect views on our behalf. Nobody has made an allegation against them. There's a gentleman seated here, Senator Yusuf Haji, who has chaired a committee for the last 8 years. Why haven't we accused him of anything? Mr. Speaker, the reason, yes.
Do you want to be informed?
By Senator Sakaja, yes.
Of course, Mutula is my brother. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to inform Senator Mutula that the committee I chair and deputized by Senator Kasanga brings a report to this House every week, including today. The issue with this committee, we are saying, Mr. Speaker, is that if it rules one or another, it will not bring a report. That is the difference. That is the only difference, Mr. Speaker.
That's the problem. That's the problem of allowing some of the people who are your brothers to give you unuseful information. Mr. Speaker, it's just unuseful information for what I was saying. You're not helping. Mr. Speaker, we want to investigate and get to the bottom of this matter. This afternoon, I have this book. This book is all the impeachment records of the Senate. Why do you think it's this big, Mr. Speaker? It's because we have sat in several committees and we have something we can look up to. The reports of plenaries, including Gachagua, including the late Gachagua and including Waititu, if you want to read, you'll find nothing here, nothing useful for the Senate. If you want to help Kirinyaga, and I'm telling you because I know, there are 4 impeachments coming, one from Western, one from Central, and some other places, Eastern, and Coast. Don't get excited because you think Kirinyaga is the magnus opus of impeachments. We are going to get much more. You will get a committee, you will get an opportunity. Lastly, let me say this. Let me finish. Allow me to finish, Mr. Speaker. Shakespeare said, though this be madness, there's a method to it. This Senate has found a method to interrogate serious, intricate issues. If we walk away from such methods, which ourselves have agreed to do them, I expect all the chairpersons of committees to resign because they are both either incompetent, corrupt, and cannot deliver. Simple. Thank you. I support the committee. Thank you.
Senator Kibiru, order members, Senator Kibiru, then Senator Abshiro from the extended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, I would want to start by seeking your indulgence. One is that I may not be very comfortable or good in the gap of this language called English. I'm not the man who mobilized the language and took it to war. But I want to be allowed to speak in whatever form I can so that I can tell the honorable senators what is it that the people of Kirinyaga are saying. That's one. Two, Mr. Speaker, I also would want to seek your indulgence so that you can add me 1 or 2 minutes.
What's your point of order, Senator Kajwang?
I'm talking about what Senator Kibiru has said. I have a lot of respect for him. We have worked with him in the Public Accounts Committee. Him and I, he knows my views on his county.
Take your seat, Senator.
My only question is you need to give us direction, Mr. Speaker. Even though the standing orders talk of conflict of interest being pecuniary or proprietary, yes, but we have established a precedence in this House that when you have an impeachment motion against the governor of your county, you kind of, stand down. It is not in the standing orders, because I don't believe that Senator Kibiru has pecuniary or proprietary interest. But, Mr. Speaker, you need to advise us, because sometimes it could muddy the water when it is your county that is being tried before the Senate. Is it in order for Senator Kibiru to actively participate in this debate to persuade the House to go one way or the other? In the impeachment motions that have sat through in this House, and have sat through about 3, the senators of the counties involved stood down, Mr. Speaker.
I think order members, some things like, we don't need to spend a lot of time. No, order, Senator Murkomen. I mean, the chair, I was going to say it's a personal choice for whichever senator. If you, in your conscience, you feel that you don't want to contribute because of whatever reasons, it's up to you. So I leave it to the discretion of
If you allow me.
yes, Murkomen.
For the record, what the senator of Homa Bay is saying is not true. Senator of Kiambu spoke, Senator Wamatangi, the CS of Health spoke when Nyeri issue was brought here. The senator of Embu then spoke when the issue was brought here. I don't remember a situation where the senator didn't speak, because it's a matter of extremely public importance from where anyone is coming from as a senator.
Okay, Senator Kibiru.
Mr. Speaker, I want to speak even more so because people have kept on referring to what the people of Kirinyaga are saying. And indeed, I have the mandate, and by the way, as the only independent senator in the Republic of Kenya, to talk on behalf of the people of Kirinyaga. So, Mr. Speaker, I just wanted to say that Kirinyaga is a county that has over 600,000 people. Mr. Speaker, in that county, we have close to 100 sub-locations. And for us to be able to articulate issues of Kirinyaga, we normally move around and ask, what is it that has been happening? And Mr. Speaker, I want to urge and say, I'm not saying, and I don't want to persuade anybody here to say that the governor is guilty. The only thing that the people of Kirinyaga are saying is that senator, and they sent me, they called me, and they have been persuading me as their senator and a person elected to represent them. They have been telling us, Senator, can you please persuade the Senate to let us, especially as MCAs, come in front of them, because we would want to listen to what Mosiwaka would say. We would want to listen to what Mutura would say. We would want to listen to what James Olengo would say. They would want to listen to what Pogisio would say. These people will not be in the committee. So they will not have the mandate even to talk about the process that the people of Kirinyaga have used. So the people of Kirinyaga are not saying anybody is guilty. They are saying, this is a learning process. We would also want to come to the Senate and learn. Where we have made a mistake, we will be explained. Where we have done well, we will be told that this is the correct position. Because like somebody said, like Senator Linturi said, we are setting out issues of how we can move on issues of impeachment. I like the way Mutura Jr. is saying that he has documented. This is also a learning process. Most of my fellow senators here have only participated probably only on Waitito's issue. I'm lucky. I've participated in a committee and have participated in the plenary. So I know the merits and the demerits. I don't need to be educated on the merits and demerits of the two. But more importantly, yes, please, can I be informed?
What is your point of information?
A point of information to Senator Kibiru, because he has raised a very important point, Mr. Speaker, where he was comparing the success rate of a committee vis-a-vis that of a plenary. Senators handled 10 impeachments, Mr. Speaker. 7 by committee, 3 by plenary. The 3 that was done in plenary, 2 of them were successful. The 7 that were done by committee, only 1 went through. So he's right. I want to inform Senator Kibiru that you are right in your assertions that plenary is the way to go.
Point of order. Point of order.
I appreciate the information I've gotten from my good friend Alon.
Point of order.
What is your point of order, Senator?
Mr. Speaker, You heard the senator for Kericho say that 2 have been successful. Would I be in order to ask the meaning of success? Because this is something very important. We are talking about justice. What is the meaning of success according to the parlance of Senator Arun Cheriot, the brother of Moses? And I have respect for him.
Mr. Speaker, if I proceed, before I lose my line of thinking, is that, thank you, George, the Honorable Senator for Migoli, the people of Kirinyaga, the young MCAs, who also went to the university that you went, but they are inexperienced in a certain way, they would want to listen to you. You are not in this committee. They would really want to hear you talk the way you are talking when they are standing there. It's a milestone for them. And I want to repeat again, nobody is saying that the governor is guilty. And I will never want to persuade you to see it from that perspective. The point the people of Kirinyaga are asking is, please don't make this place look like what in 1989, April, one person said that decency has been thrown out of the house. We want to start by the words of the late Vice President of this Republic, the Honorable Professor Saitoti, where on 18th March 2002, he stood up and said that there comes a time when the nation is bigger than an individual. And he went further and said, there also comes a time when an individual will be called to make a personal decision. I don't want to dwell into the issues that have been undergoing since this issue came into the Senate. But I can tell you, we are no fools. We did not come to Nairobi the other day. We know what has been happening. That one you can take to the bank. And I want to stand here and history will absorb me. I want to tell the people of Kirinyaga, looking at this committee.
Do you want to be informed by Senator Kinyua?
Bwana Spika, nataka kumwambia mwenzangu nimemsikiza kwa makini, na Mswahili anasema kwa nini kuandika na mate na wino upo. Tayari ametuambia mapendekezo ya vile ndugu zetu ambao tungependa kusikia maoni yao kutoka Kirinyaga vile walivyosema. Wanasema wangetaka tuende jumla, inamaanisha kwamba kamati, badala ya kamati seneti nzima ikae na kuwasikiza, badala ya kupoteza muda zaidi. Na mwenyewe amesema, Bwana Spika, mimi nakubaliana na yeye, tuende vile walivyosema wenye maneno plenary.
Asante sana. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Senator Kinyua.
Senator Kinyua, you are out of order.
Thank you, Senator Kinyua. Mr. Speaker, I just wanted to remind the people of Kirinyaga, to remind the Senate, Whip, I think I'm on the seat, and the agitation that we are wasting, I sought the indulgence of the Speaker that I'm given space to speak. So, Mr. Speaker, I need protection so that I can articulate the issues of the people of Kirinyaga. I want to say this after I conclude. I have a problem. Yes.
What's your point of order, Senator?
Mr. Speaker, sorry to interrupt the Senator of Kirinyaga, but this is important for him. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to move a motion for extension of sitting time, that notwithstanding the provision of standing order that 1.2 and pursuant to the provisions of standing order that 1.3a, the Senate resolves to extend its sitting until conclusion of the business listed in the order paper 15 in today's order paper. Mr. Speaker, the reason is this. Mr. Speaker, you've already ruled that each of the senators should have 5 minutes to contribute to this very important motion. Mr. Speaker, the people of Kirinyaga would like, Mr. Speaker, and the people of Kenya would like to listen to our very important deliberations before, Mr. Speaker, we can vote. And so, Mr. Speaker, I am requesting that we extend the time to enable those of us who have not made our contributions to make our contributions, and Mr. Speaker, so that for the interest of the House. I'd like to ask Senator Linturi to second.
Mr. Speaker,
Second, yeah.
Mr. Speaker, I second this motion because we should not be seen to be in a lot of hurry. We are lazing around in most of the cases because the plenary doesn't sit because of the COVID-19 regulations. So, and if we have any other better time to demonstrate to the country what we do as senators, and particularly at that moment, is now. Mr. Speaker, it doesn't matter, even if we go up to tomorrow morning, let us make sacrifices for the good people of Kirinyaga. I believe when we took oath of office, these are extra times that will require us to work extra hours because they are not ordinary times. So, Mr. Speaker, I support. And if
Okay, Honorable Senators, I propose the question, which is that notwithstanding the provisions of Standing Order 31-2 and pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 31-3A, the Senate resolves to extend its sitting time until conclusion of the business listed in Order 15 and 24 in today's order paper. I put the question. The only challenge will be there are people, senators who are sitting in the extended chamber. Therefore, voice vote will not work. No. No. How do we need to? I think in the circumstances, we'll just have to do a roll call because then we don't want to disadvantage those who are out there. So we have to do a roll call. So I put the question, which is that notwithstanding the provisions of Standing Order 31-2 and pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 31-3A, this Senate resolves to extend its sitting time until conclusion of the business listed in Order 15 and 24 in today's order paper. So, clerk, can we do the roll call? Okay. Okay, they should ring a bell for 1 minute. Okay, order members. Okay, this is the way we are going to do it. The Deputy Speaker, order members. The Deputy Speaker and one clerk will go to the extended chamber to take the votes there so that we move faster, and those who are here will vote here. It's order. Yeah. The whips can accompany them. Hello, order. Order members, order members. So we do it. Okay, close the doors, close the doors. Okay, Senator Kangata, you'll be a teller for the yes? Yes, let's start. Let's start. Order members, order, let us start. Let us proceed. Order members, order.
Roll call division, Senator Adan Dulo.
I say no.
Senator Harake Abushiro.
Abshiro.
Senator Ali Abdurai Ibrahim. Senator Boy Isa Juma.
Senator, why don't you take your seat so that we move faster? Yeah. Continue.
So, no, not yet. Senator Cherari K. Samson.
I vote yes.
Senator Cheruyot Alon.
Please extend the time. I vote yes.
Senator Haji Mohamed Yusuf.
I vote no.
Senator Iman Farihada Deko. Senator Rigura Godana.
Ayuko.
Senator Wako Naomi Jiro. Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal. Senator Kabaka Boniface Mutinda. Senator Kajuang Moses.
I vote no.
Senator Kamar Margaret. Senator Chebeni Masi. Senator Kangata Irungu.
I vote no.
Senator Khaniri George. Senator Kibiru Charles Rubenson.
I vote yes for extension.
Senator Kihika Susan.
I vote yes for the extension.
Senator Victor Bringay. Senator Kimani Wamatangi. Senator Mwaura Isaac.
I vote no.
Senator Kindiki Kithure. Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Maina. Senator Langat Christopher.
I vote yes, extend time.
Senator Milgo Alice. Senator Lelewe Tumbesi. Senator Inturi Mithinka.
Yeah, I vote for the extension of time. So yes.
Senator Loitip Anwar. Senator Mazayo Stewart.
I vote no.
Senator Gona Christine Zawadi. Senator Mahmoud Mohamed Maalim.
Yes.
Senator Marala Cleophas.
I vote no.
Senator Inima Gertrude Musuruve.
I vote no.
Senator Masisa Naomi Shiyonga. Senator Mbito Michael. Senator Mbogo George Ochiro Ayako.
I vote no.
Senator Mogeni Okongo. Senator Moi Gideon.
I vote no.
Senator Mpayei Philip. Senator Mary. Senator Pareno Judith.
I say no extension.
Senator Murkomen Kipchumba.
I vote yes.
Senator Mutula Kilonzo. Senator Mwangi Githiomi. Senator Mwaruma Jones. Senator Mwinyihaji Mohamed Faki. Senator Nderitu John Kinywa.
I vote yes for extension.
Senator Ndwiga Njeru.
Yes for extension.
Senator Olekina Ledama.
I vote no.
Senator Ongeri Samson. Senator Orengo James.
I vote no. I vote no.
Senator Outa Frederick Otieno.
No.
Senator Nyamunga Ross.
No.
Senator Bogisho Samuel.
No.
Senator Sakaja Johnson.
I vote yes.
Senator Haji Faria Ali. Senator Kasanga Sylvia. Senator Rokorio Petronira Were.
I vote yes.
Senator Makori Beatrice. Senator Mugo Beth Wamboi. Senator Manga Millicent.
We extend. The extension of time. I need to contribute. Yes.
Say yes or no, Senator Omanga. Don't complicate the issues.
Yes, Speaker.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Senator Wako Amos.
No.
Senator Wambua Enoch. Wambua Enoch. Senator Wario Gorich Juma. Senator Wetangura Moses.
Check with the outer chamber, open the, check so that they bring the results. Can you bring the results from the other chamber? Okay, take your seats. Honorable senators, take your seats, take your seats. Order, take your seats. Okay, order, members. Order, order. Take your seats. Senators, take your seats. Take your seats. Order, take your seats, take your seats. Honorable senators, these are the results. The ayes have 18, the noes have 41. That means that, that order, members, that means we must finish our business by 6:30, and therefore I call upon the mover to reply.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Yeah, point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Order. Okay,
Mr.
order,
Speaker.
members, order, okay, order.
Mr. Speaker.
Order, just a minute, order. Senator Kibiru, you didn't have to finish because we must conclude this by 6:30. Conclude, because he was on the floor.
Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, I want to say that the people of Kirinyaga are watching. It's unfortunate, Mr. Speaker. It looks like the die is cast, but I can tell the people of Kirinyaga, going the committee way, the verdict is known. Watch this piece. And I seriously oppose the motion.
Okay, I call the...
Point of
Who is
order.
the leader of majority?
He has walked out, but one...
The mover, let me call the mover to reply.
Mr. Speaker, point of order, Mr. Speaker.
I am the mover. Mr. Speaker, I donate my
Have a
time
point
to
of
the
order.
majority leader and minority leader. I
Point
thank
of
you.
order, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I have a point of order. I'm on a point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Okay, order.
I'm on a point of order.
We have...
It's a very important point of order.
Okay, please.
Mr. Speaker, I know you want to call for the mover to reply, but you've called for the mover to reply, Mr. Speaker, and we can't challenge the decision of the Speaker because we have to respect the operation of the House as a Speaker. But, Mr. Speaker, there is a huge constituency that has been disenfranchised in this House. The ones that were opposed to the question of forming the plenary, the committee. Mr. Speaker, you know, the people of Kirinyaga are watching us, and they know there were issues we wanted to say that are related to them. Mr. Speaker, the last thing I want to say, you will make your ruling.
Mr. Speaker, this is
Speaker,
contribution, not Mr. Speaker, this is contribution, not point of order.
Okay, fine. So I was asking, Mr. Speaker, I was just asking your indulgence. I was asking your indulgence. Mr. Speaker, out of the 18 minutes remaining, you should have at least given us, Mr. Speaker, about 8 minutes to make at least something.
Order.
We are requesting.
Order, no. We will not be able to conclude this matter. 18 minutes, we have to vote. Using a roll call, we're going to go beyond the time. I think we have had the time to express ourselves. Let me call the mover, the minority they have donated their time to conclude. Minority.
Time. Mr. Speaker, the first thing I want to say, if you look at the Constitution of Kenya on the area that deals with Parliament, committees are provided for as an integral part of Parliament. In fact, the same powers that are given to Parliament in plenary is given to committees. Committees can summon witnesses.
But I thought you said the mover to reply, Mr. Speaker.
Order, Senator Murkomen. No. The mover donated the time to the leader of minority, some few minutes to the minority and majority. Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, is it not the same issue I was saying you are disenfranchising us?
Order, Senator Murkomen. Proceed, Senator Orengo.
Who is this Senator Murkomen?
Now, Mr. Speaker, having said that, this Senate should never be in a position where there is a dictation on how we handle our business. This is a very important institution. In fact, Mr. Speaker, if you go by why in the Federalist Papers they say the Senate is an important institution, you will know that we are here because the standing orders, the Constitution, give us powers to make the decisions that we're making. But I want to say this to finish. If you are like the daughter of Herod, Salome, who danced so well to Herod, and Herod asked him, "What do you want?" And Salome asked for the head of John the Baptist. Today, some people have done so well, they are not looking for justice, they are looking for somebody's head. And that head is not for Salome. That head is for somebody. Waiguru's head is being asked for not by the county assembly. I can tell you, and I have the evidence. The people who are looking for Waiguru's head is not the
Point
county
of order,
assembly.
Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
And, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
It is very wrong.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order.
That is
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order. Point of order. Mr. Speaker, we are saying point of order.
Mr. Speaker.
We cannot be lectured by
I'm going to give you. Order, members.
That is very wrong.
Order. Order members. I'm going to give you. Order members.
That is very wrong.
Order, Senator, leader.
Mr. Speaker,
Leader
you
of minority. Order members. Order members.
Looking for the head of the governor.
Senator, order.
That's very wrong.
Order members.
We are not looking for the head of our governor.
Senator Kwamboka, sit down.
That is very wrong.
Mr. Speaker, point of order.
Senator Kwamboka, sit down.
That is very wrong.
Order members. Order members.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Susan, what's your point? And we have to conclude.
Point of order.
He is casting us
Okay,
point of order.
Mr. Speaker,
No, it's wrong. You cannot.
I run the clock.
Somebody's order. Order members. Senator Susan.
Mr. Speaker, sir, is it in order for the leader of minority, Senator Orengo, to impute improper motive in this House when we know very clearly that the impeachment motion has been brought by the County Assembly of Kirinyaga? So for him to continue lecturing here on nonsense, basically, it is inappropriate.
Order, members.
Point of order.
Order members.
Point of order, Speaker. Point of order, Speaker.
I'm still on the
You
floor.
told me you are going to give me a section.
Just a minute.
Point of order,
This is
Speaker.
very wrong.
Point of order, Speaker.
Can you sit down?
Point of order.
Members.
Point of order, Speaker.
Order.
Point of order, Speaker.
Order. Just a minute. Senator Susan Kihika was on the floor. You know the standing orders.
Yeah.
You cannot be on the floor at the same time. Yes. Honorable senators, the whole world is watching us.
Yeah.
I think let us conduct ourselves with decorum. We don't have time.
Point of order,
Senator,
Speaker.
Leader of majority, can you contribute?
Mr. Speaker, I have a point of order. On a point of order, Mr. Speaker, we have been accused.
Order.
Mr. Speaker, on a point of order.
We must conclude. Order.
Mr. Speaker, you told me you'll give me a chance.
Senator Murkomen, I've given you a lot of
On
time.
a point of order.
Please.
It's a point of order,
Please.
Mr. Speaker.
Senator, leader, can you conclude? I'll give you
Point
can
of
you
order,
conclude?
Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Conclude, Senator.
Mr. Speaker,
On a point of order, Mr. Speaker, we cannot allow that to go on record. We can't allow that to go on record, Mr.
I'll
Speaker.
make a ruling.
On a point of order.
with those
Mr. Speaker, on a
remarks,
point of order.
I support, and the stone has had me.
Point of order, Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Langat.
Yes, yeah, what? You,
Okay, please conclude. We
yes,
don't
I'm
have a lot.
concluding. It is very wrong.
I'm giving you.
But our Senator Senior Orengo, Mr. Speaker, to cast aspersion of this House as a group of people who are after the head of somebody. We never initiated this motion. It was initiated in the county government of Kirinyaga and not us here.
Point of
that
order,
is very
Speaker.
wrong, and he should
Okay,
withdraw that one.
Order.
He should withdraw that one.
Order.
It's very wrong.
Point of order, Speaker.
Yeah?
Point of order, Speaker.
Okay, Senator,
point of order.
leader of majority. Order. Order,
Speaker,
members.
on a point of order.
Order. Let us proceed. Senator, leader
On
of
a point of
majority.
order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order.
On a point of
Just
order.
one. Just one.
Order,
We are
members.
on a point
Please,
of
one.
order.
Mr. Speaker.
Supporting this motion,
We are on a point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Please, Speaker.
Please.
I'd like to
Point of
appeal.
order, Mr. Speaker.
On a health
Point of order,
issue.
Mr. Speaker.
There's a health issue, Mr. Speaker.
There is a record that must be corrected, Mr. Speaker.
Order.
You cannot force the speaker to
Okay,
allow you
okay.
to raise a point of order.
Members.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
I'm giving you 1 minute, Senator
Okay.
Murkomen. 1 minute, then
Thank
we
you.
conclude.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the people of Kirinyaga have all along the week suspected that, Mr. Speaker, there is a decision already made elsewhere to form a committee to save Waiguru.
No, order.
Then Senator Orengo goes public, Mr. Speaker, to confirm.
Order.
Senator Orengo goes on record to confirm that a decision has already been made, Mr. Speaker.
Order, Senator.
So if this committee is going to sanitize Waiguru, you tell us the truth. And I want to tell the people of Kirinyaga. I want to tell the people of Kirinyaga, Mr. Speaker, that decision is already been
Senator
made.
Murkomen.
This committee is a sanitizing committee,
Senator
and we are not going to
Murkomen.
accept.
Chase him out.
Good. Mike, use your mic.
Mr. Speaker, your standing order 116 will bear you out on people who cause these kind of problems. Mr. Speaker, we are saying that the verdict which is coming out of here is from the Senate. it shall be owned by the Senate, because committees are owned by the Senate. And so, Mr. Speaker, I want to support that and ask that we move in this direction so that, Mr. Speaker, we can conclude in vote. We can then determine which direction, which is going to be owned by the Senate.
Okay, order, members. The mover had donated time. I now put the question, which is that whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act 2012, and Standing Order 58 of the Kirinyaga County Assembly Standing Orders on 9th June 2020, the County Assembly of Kirinyaga approved order members.
Speaker, point of order.
Approved, please.
Before putting the question, Mr. Speaker, the standing order.
Order members.
There is a constitutional question. There's a constitutional question.
Order, Murkomen.
Order, Speaker.
Order, members.
There's a constitutional question.
Order.
You have to determine whether it concerns counties or not.
Order, members. Order, members.
Just continue proceeding like that.
Order, members.
Mr. Speaker, there's a constitutional procedure. You are jumping.
Just a minute.
And we must say it.
Okay, order. Order, members.
You must, there's a constitutional procedure.
Wait, order, members. I know.
Yeah.
Members, order. When we voted here, order, members, my last ruling was that it was not a matter affecting.
But you have not ruled today.
Wait. Order, Senator Murkomen. And even in the Waititu case, we voted, or all members voted. So I'm saying it's not a matter concerning.
Yeah,
the
you should say that. That is the point I was trying to tell you.
Okay. Whereas, pursuant to Article 181, order members of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act 2020, and Standing Order 58 of the County Assembly of Kirinyaga approved a motion to remove from office by impeachment Honorable Ann Mumbi Waiguru, the Governor of Kirinyaga County. And further, whereas by letter reference CAK/SPK/SEN/1/001 dated 9th June 2020 and received in the office of the Speaker of the Senate on Wednesday 10th June 2020, the Speaker of the County Assembly of Kirinyaga informed the Speaker of the Senate of the approval of the motion by the County Assembly and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate documents in evidence of the proceedings of the Assembly. And whereas pursuant to Section 33(3)(b) of the County Government Act 2020 and Standing Order 75(1)(b) of the Senate may, by resolution, appoint a special committee comprising 11 of its members to investigate the matter or investigate the matter in plenary. Now, therefore, pursuant to Section 33(3)(b) of the County Governments Act 2012 and Standing Order 75(1)(b)(1), the Senate resolves to establish a special committee comprising of 1 Senator Bashir Al-Haq MP, Senator Dr. Michael Mbito MP, 3 Senator Mwangi Paul Kidiome MP, 4 Senator Beth Muko EGH MP, 5 Senator Anwar Loituptip MP, 6 Senator Philip Mbaye MP, 7 Senator Cleophas Malala MP, 8 Senator Beatrice Kwamboka MP, 9 Senator Stewart Mazayo MP, 10 Senator Judith Pareno MP, 11 Senator Moses Kajwang MP, to investigate the proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Governor of Kirinyaga County and report to the Senate within 10 days pursuant to Standing Order 72(2) of its appointment on whether it finds the particulars of the allegations to have been substantiated. We are going to use a roll call. Like I said, the voice vote cannot work because of the extended chamber, and therefore we are going to do exactly the way we did the other voting. So the Deputy Speaker and some clerk go and get the votes there as we start with ours here with the clerk. Mm-hmm. Okay, the bell rings for 1 minute as the Deputy Speaker goes. Can we start? Hello, start. Eh? Close the doors, let's start. You know, time is low. Honorable Senators, take your seats. Honorable Senators, take your seats. Mogere, proceed.
Road Court Division.
Silence, Honorable Senators. We don't have time. Take your seats, Chief, the whip. You are the one who is supposed to be organizing your people.
Senator Adan Duro Fatuma.
Mics. Okay, Senator Dulo, let's proceed.
Mutaskia, I vote yes.
Senator Ari Abdurrahim Ibrahim. Senator Boy Isa Juma. Senator Chebeni Masi. Senator Cherari K. Samson Kiprotich.
I vote no, plenary all the way.
Senator Cheruiyot Aaron Kipkureu.
Read the next one.
It's not, Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Gona Christine Zawadi. Senator Haji Faria Ali. Senator Haji Mohamed Yusuf.
I vote yes.
Senator Harake Abshiro Soka. Senator Harigura Godana. Senator Iman Farihada Deko. Senator Imana Marakai Charles Ekal. Senator Inima Gertrude Musurove.
I vote yes.
Senator Kabaka Boniface Mutinda. Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno.
I vote yes.
Senator Kamar Margaret Chepkoech. Senator Kangata Irungu.
Vote yes.
Senator Kasanga Sylvia. Senator Haniri George. Senator Kibiru Charles.
The people of Kirinyaga who I represent vote no.
Senator Kiika Susan.
I vote no to the Capitol Hill Sanitization Committee.
Senator Kilonzo Mutura Jr.
I vote yes.
Mr. Speaker, on a point of order.
Senator Kimani Wamatangi.
But that is no vote.
Senator Senator Kindiki Kithure. Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Maina. Senator Langat Christopher.
Yes, I vote no. It is me. I vote no. I vote no.
Kuendelea, no is no. Kuendelea.
I vote no.
Senator Lelewe Tumbesi.
Hakuna.
Senator Linturi Mithika.
No. Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Loitiptip Anwar. Senator Okorio Petronira Were.
I vote yes.
Senator Mazayo Stewart.
I vote yes.
Senator Mahmoud Mohamed Maalim.
Abstain.
Senator Makori Beatrice Kwamboka. Senator Marara Cleophas.
I vote yes.
Senator Masisa Naomi Shionga.
I vote yes.
Senator Mbito Michael. Senator Mbogo George Ochiro Ayako.
I vote absolutely yes.
Senator Milgo Aris. Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo. Senator Moi Gideon.
I vote yes.
Senator Mpayei Philip Salau. Senator Mugo Beth. Senator Murkomen Kipchumba.
Okay, it's good. Mr. Speaker, on this committee that has been formed to clear Waiguru, I vote no.
Senator Mwangi Githiomi. Senator Mwaruma Jones. Senator Mwaura Isaac.
I vote yes.
Senator Mwinyihaji Mohamed Faki. Senator Nderitu John Kinywa.
I vote no to stand with people of Kirinyaga.
Senator Ndwiga Njeru.
Embu delegation votes no.
Senator Nyamunga Rose.
I vote yes.
Senator Olekina Redama.
I vote yes.
Senator Omanga Millicent. Senator Ongeri Samson. Senator Orengo James.
I vote yes.
Senator Outa Frederick Otieno.
I vote yes.
Senator Pareno Judith.
I vote yes.
Senator Bogisho Samuel.
I vote yes.
Senator Pringei Victor. Senator Sakaja Johnson. Senator Mary Yane. Senator Wako Amos.
I vote YES, yes.
Senator Wambua Enoch. Senator Wako Naomi Jilo. Senator Wario Gorich Juma. Senator Wetangura Moses. Senator Zani Agnes.
Open the door. Open. Okay, order members. I'm using my powers under Standing Order 31-2. So unless for the convenience of the Senate, the Speaker or the Chairperson, as may be, this case being the Speaker, directs earlier or later interruption of business at 6:30 p.m. The Speaker or the Chairperson shall interrupt the business then under consideration, and if the Senate is in committee, the Chairperson shall leave the chair and report progress and ask for leave to sit again. So I'm just waiting for the report. I wanted to use my powers under that section. Senator Kwamboka, they're out of order. Okay, order members. Order members, take your seats. Order members. Okay. These are the results of the vote. Abstentions, 1. The nays, 14. The ayes, 45. So, that means order. That excitement can be done outside the chamber. Order members, I therefore direct that the committee commences their work immediately and report back within 10 days. Next order, we have. Next order.
Order number 24, motion, alteration of the Senate calendar, regular sessions for the 4th session.
Yeah. Leader.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that notwithstanding the Senate resolutions made on the 27th February 2020, approval of Senate calendar, 17th March 2020, 14th April 2020, and 2nd June 2020, alteration of the Senate calendar, the Senate, pursuant to Standing Order number 29.4 and 31.3b, now resolves to hold its sitting on Tuesday, 23rd June 2020, morning, starting from 10 a.m. and ending at 12:30 p.m., and afternoon, and thereafter proceed on recess and resume sittings on Tuesday, 7th July 2020. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move and ask Senator Orengo to second.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
Order, members. I now propose the question, which is that notwithstanding the Senate resolutions made on 27th February 2020 approval of the Senate calendars, 17th March 2020, 14th April 2020, and 2nd June 2020, alteration of the Senate calendar, the Senate, pursuant to Standing Order 29.4 and 31.3, be now resolved to hold its sittings on Tuesday, 23rd June 2020, morning starting from 10 a.m. and ending at 12:30 p.m., and afternoon, and thereafter proceed on recess and resume sittings on Tuesday, 7th July 2020. I put the question, which is that notwithstanding the Senate resolutions made on 27th February 2020, approval of Senate calendar, 17th March 2020, 14th April 2020, and 2nd June 2020, alteration of the Senate calendar, the Senate, pursuant to Standing Order 29.4 and 31.3, be now resolved to hold its sittings on Tuesday, 23rd June 2020, morning starting from 10 a.m. and ending at 12:30 p.m., and afternoon, and thereafter proceed on recess and resume sittings on Tuesday, 7th July 2020. As many are of that opinion, say aye. Aye. As many are of the contrary view, say nay. I think the ayes have it. Honorable Senators, having concluded the business, it's now time to adjourn the House. The Senate therefore stands adjourned until Tuesday, 23rd June 2020, 10 a.m.